your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, thanks to numerous leads from community members, the Belfast Police Department announced an arrest in connection to a theft case that shocked the community.
On July 11th, VFW Commander Jim Roberts reported a theft of the veteran organization's trailer that is used to collect recycled bottles as a fundraiser for community events. Police say Thursday morning the stolen trailer was located after officers searched the woods near Back Searsport Road. Then Thursday evening, police arrested 35-year-old Ryan Hast of Morrill during a traffic stop after officers spotted a vehicle fitting the description of the thefts traveling west on Hammond Road in Swanville. We spoke to Belfast Police Chief, who says the arrest came thanks to a collaborative effort from the community.
This one really did impact the community. It's like everybody was a victim when this happened, not just the VFW. And I think everyone started to get involved on social media. We started to get phone calls. Some of the tips were going to the VFW directly. You know, we were in constant contact with the commander at the VFW.
Chief Cormier says the arrest brought closure to those impacted from the VFW in Belfast. Hast is being held at the Waldo County Jail on a cash bond.
Emergency crews rescued 2 people on the Penobscot River this afternoon. Authorities received a call about a person in the water in Veazey. When they arrived, first responders quickly realized there were 2 people in need of help. Veazey Fire Chief Pete Metcalf says a person on a paddleboard and another in a kayak were going down the Penobscot when they got caught sideways and capsized. One person was still in the water when they arrived. The other had made it to a small island in the river but couldn't get back to shore.
It's summertime. People like being out on the water, boating, surfing, whatever they want to do for water recreation. It's super important to make sure you're wearing a life preserver because getting fatigued and not having that protection on you, you could easily succumb to the cold water or just get tired and not be able to get yourself out. So whenever you're on the water, with whatever recreation you're doing, have a life jacket on. Having it beside you doesn't necessarily help, especially if you go overboard.
A Forest Service helicopter was called in case crews weren't able to get to the people by boat. First responders were able to rescue the 2 and get them back to shore without any injuries.
Well, 2 New York men charged with aggravated trafficking and scheduled drugs appeared in court today. Our A.J. Douglas heard the story of an alleged crime spree that includes a number of twists and turns.
Following an hours-long police standoff earlier this week, police ultimately located an estimated $18,000 in suspected drug proceeds. Police say an investigation had gone on for months, eventually revealing the sale of fentanyl, crack cocaine, and methamphetamine. Police arrested 34-year-old Sheldon Ray and 33-year-old Shondell Jackson, who was initially arrested under the false name Taquali Bracey, which led the judge to ruling that Jackson should be held on a $50,000 cash bond.
Court notes that the deception that was used by the defendant to avoid detection of who he actually was.
Assistant Attorney General Jason Horn listed a series of previous charges related to both Jackson and Ray, according to the Bronx District Attorney's Office. Horn says Jackson is involved in an ongoing murder investigation.
He's got 2 prior felony convictions and prison trips for robbery, 1 out of New York, 1 out of Pennsylvania. Previously been charged federally with conspiracy to distribute cocaine, that he is currently a suspect in a murder that he's expected to be charged with sometime in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Both Jackson and Ray's temporary defense lawyers say Horn never alerted them to any prior convictions or allegations, and that they did not have the appropriate time to confer with the accused.
That wasn't provided as automatic discovery. They made the point of pointing out that it was a robbery charge which he was not convicted of, that he was charged federally and again not convicted of anything in federal court.
Ray has declined a court-appointed lawyer despite the judge's cautions related to proper representation. He will be held on a $30,000 cash bond. The district court judge says there is substantial probable cause to believe Jackson committed the alleged crimes. In Bangor, I'm A.J. Douglas for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
New teachers in Maine won't be seeing a bump in their pay, at least for now. Lawmakers passed a bill that would raise minimum starting pay this session. However, the Budget Committee claims there's no money to pay for it, so it won't be happening just yet. Asia Reed has more.
To be a teacher, it means to go above and beyond, a 40-hour work week, and the time and effort we are putting into becoming teachers and being teachers, it's frankly not appreciated.
Liam Anderson is a UMaine Orono student in school to be a teacher. Back in April, Anderson testified in support of the bill to raise teachers' minimum starting pay in increments over 4 years. The bill was intended to help public schools recruit and retain quality teachers as the state continues to have a shortage of educators. President of the Maine Education Association, Grace Levitt, says she's worried.
Just looking at some of the postings on school district sites of the openings that are still there for the coming year are very concerning.
She hopes lawmakers see that getting more teachers is a priority, and higher pay could help that.
We are going to continue to push forward on this. It is absolutely needed. The shortages across our state continue, and moving this forward will help address this down the road.
Levitt says there's a serious strain on Maine educators right now. In Maine, the average salary for teachers is the lowest in New England.
I will always be hopeful and optimistic about the future of public education. It is absolutely critical to our state, to our democracy, to our economy, to everything.
And that was Asia Reed reporting. Over the past few years, Maine has made strides in becoming a leader in the aerospace industry. Our Matthew Jurancic explains how a new investment can help further that goal.
California, Texas, Florida, just a few states leading the charge in the aerospace industry. But they aren't alone. Maine is now home to Blue Shift Aerospace that creates rockets in the Challenger Learning Center. Senator Susan Collins recently helped advance a bill that would provide $2 million in funding to the Challenger Learning Center for the 2024 fiscal year.
It's so exciting, and Senator Collins' office has been so supportive to be an advocate for us to help bring new STEM programs and upgrade our STEM programs for Maine students.
Senator Collins emphasized the importance of these programs for students, saying, quote, "Jobs in STEM sectors are becoming more relevant, and organizations such as the Challenger Learning Center of Maine are helping to shape Maine's future workforce," end quote.
We are a part of that STEM pipeline of telling students, all right, these are STEM opportunities. You could have these STEM degrees. And the STEM careers and jobs are just really growing and growing, and we need people to fill those.
In just the past year, the Maine Space Corporation was officially established, and NASA Administrator Bill Nelson visited Blue Shift Aerospace in Brunswick to highlight the economic opportunities that come with funding space research. Blue Shift Aerospace founder Sasha Derry says this growth is a true testament to the Challenger Center developing students' interest in space sciences.
The new space industry is one of the fastest growth sectors of the aerospace industry. And, we're part of that flagship. They're encouraging literally the future interns and what I hope to be future employees of Blue Shift, as well as for other companies in the state.
10-year-old Naya Varney is a participant at the Challenger Center's Astronaut Academy summer camp. A space lover at heart, she says the event only solidifies what she wants to be when she's older, an astronaut.
I just love the fact that there's another world out there that I can explore and do tests on. It's just really fun.
In Bangor, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, now that we're into the dog days of summer, the Maine Department of Marine Resources is sharing some valuable tips when it comes to managing the risk of a shark attack. While the DMR notes that the risk of a shark attack is very small, they say there are some things you can do that will lower that risk, including staying close to the shore, swimming or surfing in groups, avoiding areas with seals or schooling fish the sharks naturally prey on, avoiding murky or lower visibility water. They also say you shouldn't wear shiny or reflective jewelry, limit splashing, and avoid swimming at dusk or dawn. If you see what you think is a white shark and want confirmation, a form is available on the DMR website that will let you submit photos and a description to the department's Science Bureau. Data gathered through the app is also shared with the Atlantic White Shark Conservancy and is uploaded to their Sharktivity app. That app provides users with a recap of shark activity detected by acoustic receivers in addition to shark sightings. Definitely been a hot topic in recent years, especially this summer too. As we're approaching Shark Week, I know there's a lot of talk around the topic then as well.
And I think a lot of people kind of watch Shark Week for some of the more sensational, scenic type things. I am always fascinated by the specials that they do on the new advancing scientific testing of shark shields and other research. I'm always keen to find the programs in Shark Week that have to do with the newest research, because it's just amazing what they do and the bravery of the scientists who get in the water and test those things you can't even imagine.
It always just blows my mind seeing those images of people going into those shark-infested waters. Really just to hopefully make things safer for others in the future.
Definitely something that we're hearing more and more about, and those preventative measures becoming more and more necessary, really.
Really, they are.
Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast and see what's coming our way weather-wise.
Hey, Beth, thank you. It's Friday night after a nice day today, a cloudy one, but temperatures up in the 80s. But now the clouds will increase again tonight, and we have some more showers and storms to get through, most likely after midnight, off and on throughout the day tomorrow, with some heavier rain showers getting in here on Sunday. Outside now, though, lots of cloud covers, scattered showers out there, not really a big deal. They will increase in coverage, though, overnight tonight into early parts of tomorrow. And there's more where that came from. There's more activity back to the west of us. That will be in here pretty much all weekend long, and we could see a lot of rain once again. I'm going to run this in the next week. We're talking about an inch or 2 or 3 of rainfall. Our forecast then tonight, though, is cloudy skies, some showers, and a couple of thunderstorms out there, non-severe, with low temperatures in the 60s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Alrighty, Jeff, thanks so much. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the University of Maine receives new funding to help expand its nursing education workforce program.
And businesses in the town of Pittsfield are helping build a strong sense of community there. We'll have those stories and more local news when we come right back.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Fear, pain, and anxiety are all feelings associated with dental treatments, but it doesn't have to be that way. Dental lasers offer a way to remove tooth decay without using the dental drill. In fact, we do most dental fillings here at Twin City Dental without numbing, so no needle. And for treatments like root canals or having many teeth extracted, we also provide IV sedation. So call Twin City Dental for your next dentist appointment.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes from Herman Meadow Golf Club or The Local. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Brun's Chiropractic Clinic in Bangor, Eddington Store in Eddington, Maine Collision Center in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Saturdays, baseball's best are showing out. Swing and a drive! Fox Saturday Baseball all season long.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
This is where racer meets machine. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! This is the NHRA.
The NHRA, Denver, Sunday at 4 Eastern on Fox.
Earlier this evening, we were lucky enough to broadcast our newscast live on the road from Pittsfield. Small businesses there are beginning to return to their former pre-pandemic selves.
Indeed, our Doug Banks visited one local business which prides itself on serving that community.
Pittsfield is a small community with strong character. The town has 7 beautiful parks, a golf course, a historic library with an inspiring ceiling mural, a place to ski, when there's snow, of course. And at the heart of the town, there are many small businesses that make it unique.
Small businesses are the backbone of the town. We're very fortunate to have some major corporations and major manufacturing facilities here, and that is absolutely wonderful. But there are a lot of small businesses here.
Small businesses like Pop-On-Overs, a baked goods cafe owned and operated for the last 6 years by Nancy Montero.
Everybody knows everybody, and you get to know people not only by their face but by their name. You know who's having a baby and who's going here and who's out of town for the winter. It's a lot of fun.
One of the reasons Pop-On-Overs has become a staple in the community is their ability to change when needed.
So we try to evolve into more seasonal food in the winters, where we can take care of the locals a little bit more. In the summer, with the volume, it's easier to give more hours and to employ more people, and then we just try to keep our core group.
Small businesses here in Pittsfield are crucial in more ways than one. They provide great service, but also, and more importantly, a sense of community.
Pittsfield prides itself in not becoming a metropolis where big businesses take over.
I just think of when I first came to the community, I walked around and, I would plan a certain period of time for my walks, and people would just come out of their houses and invite me in, and I get back, it takes 3 hours to get back to the town office.
In Pittsfield, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The police department in Pittsfield is actively working to connect with the community. Through festivals and activities for all ages, the police department is striving to bring everyone together. On August 5th, the police department will host the Pittsfield Community Festival located in Manson Park. The festival will bring residents together for free entertainment. Vicente Morris has been chief of the police since December. During his tenure, he says he's tried to show everyone in the community is one and the same.
For me, I have a clear mission. It's the community, bettering the community, and everything I do is for that purpose. Is to better the community in businesses and make this a safe place to work and recreate.
Pittsfield Community Festival. You can go to the Pittsfield Police Department's Facebook page.
Pittsfield will also be hosting the Maine Cheese Guild's annual Cheese Festival this year, also at Manson Park. The festival will be home to a variety of cheeses that come from all across Maine. That happening on Sunday, September 10th. So you have a ways to go. Put it on your calendars. Cheesemakers and vendors will bring their food trucks, cheese plates, and more. The event has made a name for itself by being a great place to bring people together, all in the name of, you guessed it, cheese.
You'll be talking to cheesemakers all day. You'll be able to ask them about their craft and what they love about it, what their favorite cheeses are. We also have animals that will be here. We'll have calves and goats and sheep. So it'll be a great spot to entertain kids. There's something at the festival for everyone.
Well, for more information on the Cheese Festival and to purchase your tickets, you can visit maincheesefestival.org.
The University of Maine recently received funding to help address a shortage of workers in one of the state's essential professions. Our David Ledford has more.
This money will help us provide financial support to these students to lessen the burden of going back to school.
The University of Maine School of Nursing received nearly $2 million in funding to support its nursing students amid a growing need for healthcare workers. The 4-year grant comes from the Health Resources and Services Administration's Advanced Nursing Education Workforce Program, with a large portion going directly to pay students' tuition and living expenses. Educators say this is essential for developing the next generation of healthcare workers.
One of the biggest barriers for nurses becoming nurse practitioners is just taking the time, because time is money, and getting them through their graduate education to perform this role.
Program coordinators say patients in rural regions of Maine often have to travel longer distances to receive the family-focused health care that nurse practitioners provide. And one goal of this funding is to expand access to that primary care.
We prepare our nurse practitioner students to provide care in rural communities, and what we see in rural communities is a great need for access to primary care services to support their health and well-being.
The money will also go towards a new training program to help address the needs of those communities by targeting healthcare gaps and teaching students to develop strong relationships with the people they serve.
We're also enhancing our curriculum to help address some more urgent needs in rural communities, like providing care for patients that are affected by substance use disorders, childhood overweight and obesity, and also caring for Maine and especially rural Maine's LGBTQ plus community.
The program has a 100% pass rate for first-time family nurse practitioner program graduates since 1994. Students interested in enrolling can review admission requirements on UMaine's School of Nursing website. In Orono, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, registered nurses and clinicians at Maine Healthcare at Home say management is retaliating against workers and refuses to address concerns about patient care. The home healthcare workers held a rally today in Portland to demand the removal of the management team. The pediatric nurses and clinicians, including physical therapists, occupational therapists, and social workers, are represented by the Maine State Nurses Association. Over the past year, they say management hasn't improved patient safety and working conditions, as well as allowing abusive behavior and a toxic work environment to continue. Today, they say they have no confidence in that management.
Since this last targeted attack by management, suspending 6 clinicians and firing 2 of them, I have heard from more than a dozen former clinicians, managers, and even a former director at Maine Healthcare at Home from offices in York, Cumberland, and Rockland. Every single one of them echoed the same sentiment. They left because of the abusive and toxic work environment created by the existing management team.
In a statement that doesn't address any of the workers' concerns, Maine Healthcare at Home says they, quote, place the health and safety of our patients at the center of all we do, and we encourage open dialogue with our care team members as we pursue our vision of working together so that our communities are the healthiest in America, end quote.
And coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, a major ruling from a federal judge in California regarding the constitutionality of schools notifying parents about their children's gender identity.
And President Biden announces he's forgiving more than $39 billion in student loan debt. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
For years, I've been inviting you to do business with Down East Toyota. Now let's hear from a customer.
I had been researching cars online and knew exactly what I wanted. With the vehicle shortage and popularity of the RAV4 Hybrid, I couldn't find exactly what I wanted anywhere. Down East came in clutch and found my dream car before it was ever built. It arrived early and the shop installed some options. I'd recommend Down East to anyone.
Thank you. We hope you'll soon discover that all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need tractors rated #1 at durability and owner experience, so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $800.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
ABC 7, Fox 22, Disconnected Tattoo, and Kings Mountain RC want to send you to see Godsmack and Stained live in concert Tuesday, July 25th at the Main Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Disconnected Tattoo, a family-friendly tattoo and art shop in the Main Coast Mall, Ellsworth, or Kings Mountain RC on South Main Street in Brewer, carrying planes, boats, crawlers, parts, and more. Win tickets to see Godsmack and Stained July 25th on the Bangor waterfront.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
A federal judge in California ruled a law banning schools from notifying parents about their children's transgender or gender identity status is constitutional. Fox's William LaJeunesse has the latest on what this means for parents and students.
To keep parents in the dark, to lie to parents, and to view parents as a problem is grossly irresponsible.
From New Jersey to California.
My daughter, the last 2 years, has been asked for her pronouns on the first day of school.
A simple question: do parents have a right to know if their child is changing his or her gender identity?
Having teachers to confide in before my parents made me feel amazing.
This week, a federal judge appointed by George W. Bush upheld California's rule prohibiting teachers and counselors from telling parents when a child adopts a new gender identity.
I just want them to stop keeping parents in the dark.
Aurora Regino claimed the district interfered with her right to make informed decisions about her fifth grader, who at the time lived as a girl at home while using a boy's name at school.
They were talking to my daughter about different support groups in town to help her with her transition, and then discuss breast binding with my daughter that I had no knowledge of.
17,000 schools in 37 states protect student privacy and stop officials from outing transitioning students to their parents.
Never in the history of the United States have we said that kids have a right to privacy from their own parents.
This has nothing to do with a school issue, a transgender issue. It is a parenting issue that don't create a safe space for their children to be who they are.
Conservatives who brought the case are appealing to the Ninth Circuit.
These schools are performing this psychological intervention on kids without their parents knowing about it. It's a clear constitutional violation.
Federal courts across the country are grappling with this question as red and blue state lawmakers go in different directions. So no surprise if this issue soon lands at the Supreme Court. In Los Angeles, William LaJeunesse, Fox News.
Meanwhile, the World Cycling's governing body has issued an important ruling concerning transgender athletes. The International Cycling Union has decided to ban female transgender athletes from women's events. The decision applies to female transgender competitors who change genders after undergoing puberty as a male. They're now barred from participating in women's events on the UCI international calendar in all categories in the various disciplines. The UCI says the ban, which goes into effect on Monday, was necessary to, quote, ensure equal opportunities.
Meanwhile, thousands of loan holders got the news they've been waiting for. The Biden administration says it will wipe out their student loans, totaling more than $39 billion in student loan debt, amounting to almost $50,000 per borrower. Critics are livid at what they say is a backdoor around a Supreme Court ruling last month that said the president was overstepping his authority. Fox's Caroline Shively reports.
800,000 Americans are getting their student debt wiped out. No application required. The Biden administration announced on Friday it is forgiving $39 billion in student loan debt for eligible borrowers. The Education Department says the move fixes years of mistakes in how payments were collected through income-driven repayment plans.
If you've spent 20 or 25 years trying to pay off your student loan and have made payments but can't get the balance down, that, based on your income, you can get debt forgiveness.
This comes 2 weeks after the Supreme Court struck down the president's plan to forgive $400 billion in student loan debt for tens of millions of people. At the time, Education Secretary Miguel Cardona promised the fight wasn't over.
We're going to put the best legal argument forward to provide relief for borrowers. That's our focus, and we're not going to stay off of that.
The court ruled the president didn't have the authority to wipe out that much debt without congressional approval. This program will cost about 1/10 of the previous plan and has not been challenged in the courts.
I am certain the court is going to weigh in on this. They are going to make it is going to be challenged.
Those eligible for relief don't have to apply. The debts will be automatically wiped out. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Well, coming up in sports, Topsom native Caleb Manuel won his 3rd straight Maine Amateur Thursday with a record-breaking performance. How his incredible year of play has led him to this point. We'll be right back.
It's an out-of-this-world celebrity competition.
Oh, God.
Stars on Mars, Mondays at 8/7 Central on Fox.
People ask me all the time, does Lowry & Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements? Yes, we do. And you know what else is true? I really am standing on top of this big truck.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman. Sonny's Par 3 and Driving Range, located in Winterport, is the perfect place to practice all aspects of your golf techniques. Owned and operated by professional golf instructor Sonny Reynolds, this Par 3 course will suit anyone's game. Sonny's features a Par 3 golf course, a driving range, and golf lessons are available too. It's easy to see why Sonny's Par 3 and Driving Range is the best kept secret in Winterport. We look forward to seeing you this season at Sonny's Par 3 and Driving Range.
We get up and go, no matter what day it is. We make sure nothing keeps us from doing what needs to be done, because we're driven by what we love. Milwaukee's outdoor power equipment handles any job, big or small. From trimmers, blowers, and mowers to pole and chainsaws, Milwaukee's battery-operated high-output tools will help get you to the moments that matter most. Get what you need to keep you firing on all cylinders when you sign up for Napa Rewards. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
ABC 7, Fox 22, Mainly Eyes, and River's Edge Chiropractic want to send you to see the Kids Pop Never Stop Live Tour, Saturday, July 22nd at the Maine Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Mainly Eyes in the Bangor Mall. Your #1 choice for eye care and eyewear. Mainly Eyes. You'll see the difference. And River's Edge Chiropractic Wellness Center in Old Town. Win tickets to see Kids Bop, July 22nd on the Bangor waterfront.
This is Crime Scene Kitchen.
Can these bakers recreate the mystery dessert based on the clues left behind?
This is my kind of cake.
Were you trying to make it messy, or did it just turn out that way?
Crime Scene Kitchen, Mondays on Fox and stream on Hulu.
Well, big news to our south in New York tonight. A suspect is in custody in connection to a series of murders along a Long Island beach more than a decade ago. He is a Manhattan architect who is allegedly implicated in potentially up to 10 killings. Fox's Lauren Green has the latest.
Rex Heuermann is a demon that walks among us, a predator that ruined families. And if not for the members of this task force, he would still be out in the streets today.
59-year-old Rex Heuermann is married and has 2 children. He was cuffed and surrounded by police as he headed to court, where he pleaded not guilty to 6 counts of murder.
The only thing I can tell you that he did say as he was in tears was, "I didn't do this."
He was arrested Thursday night, not far from his architectural design office on Manhattan's 5th Avenue. And early this morning, a swarm of police vehicles surrounded his home in Massapequa Park on Long Island, not far from where the bodies were found. Law enforcement searching for evidence and towing away cars. The charges are connected to the killings of 3 women, and Heuermann is the prime suspect in a 4th murder, but he could be linked to as many as 10 killings. The investigation began in 2010 with the search for missing 23-year-old Shannon Gilbert. Police discovered the bodies of 4 other women hidden along a remote beach highway. 24-year-old Melissa Bartholomew, 25-year-old Maureen Brainerd Barnes, 22-year-old Megan Waterman, and 27-year-old Amber Lynn Costello, now known as the Gilgo Four, all reportedly working as Craigslist escorts. Court documents show Hirman has been on investigators' radar for months. In January, they found DNA on pizza crust that connected him to the murders. Documents also show he used burner phones to contact sex partners and conducted online searches related to sex and prostitution, as well as, quote, violent, sadistic child pornography. Hirman is in custody, held without bail. A bail hearing is scheduled for August 1st. If convicted, he could face multiple life sentences, and investigators say more charges could be filed. In New York, Lauren Green, Fox News.
In other news, Americans are facing a lot of challenges in their search for quality health care. Among the issues they're facing is longer wait times to get a doctor's appointment. Fox's Alicia Acuna takes a look.
It's terrifying because you know, okay, I have to get this done today and this done tomorrow, and I don't have time for this, and I don't want to be in pain anymore.
Heather Gregg has suffered from debilitating migraines for more than 2 decades. Lately, they've gotten worse. Some hit so hard, they interrupt the Denver mother's work and time with her young daughter.
There's a lot of guilt associated with that.
When she was referred to a neurologist in June, the first available in-person appointment was November, a 5-month wait.
I was shocked.
According to a survey by AMN Healthcare and Merritt Hawkins, in 2022, the average wait time for a new patient appointment in 15 major U.S. cities was 26 days, up 5 days from 2004. The numbers get worse for certain specialties. For an OBGYN, the average wait is 31.4 days, a 19% increase from 2017. Cardiology wait times are up 26%, and orthopedic surgery 48%.
We have arrived at a point in time where demand for physicians is rapidly exceeding supply.
The reasons for that vary, including an aging population, delayed appointments during the pandemic, population growth, and physician burnout is now adding to pre-COVID staffing shortages as more doctors retire.
Another factor is the rate of poor health within this country, as 6 in 10 adults in the U.S. have at least one chronic condition.
So what to do?
You're just going to have to really get in line.
Urgent care centers are absorbing many primary care patients, but there's no guarantee you will see an MD at one, but rather a nurse practitioner or physician's assistant.
Because a lot of times in those retail clinic settings and those urgent care settings, those allied professionals are usually the ones that are going to be on the front line seeing patients.
Another option is telehealth, which Gregg opted for, but that only shortened her wait time from 5 months to 3.
I was like, oh, okay, so I just get to suffer in pain for this much longer.
The survey was done in areas with higher concentrations of doctors, which means the situation is even worse in more rural locations. In Denver, Alicia Acuna, Fox News.
Certainly an issue that was just exacerbated by the pandemic.
For sure, but it's certainly what didn't originate with the pandemic. Right. That's for sure, and especially in rural areas, many of them resembling the rural areas here in the state of Maine. Right. Physician shortages have been a problem for a long time.
They really have.
All right.
All right, well, when we come back, our full 5-day forecast. Stay tuned for details.
All right, high temperatures back up near 80 again today, but a wet weekend is on deck. More on that when I come back.
Experience the ultimate outdoor living with Granville Stone and Hearth. Our high-quality grills and outdoor living products will take your backyard to the next level. Scan the QR code on your screen to explore our wide selection of grills and outdoor living accessories. From classic charcoal to state-of-the-art gas grills, we have everything you need to entertain guests in style. Create unforgettable moments with family and friends. Start your outdoor living journey today with Granville Stone and Hearth.
Honey,
Where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow. The quickest turnaround in the business. The Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
Comfort Shoes and More is your destination for all of your spring and summer footwear essentials. We have trained podorthists on site, and our friendly, caring, and knowledgeable staff will make sure you are fitted with the proper footwear that is perfect for you. We have Power Lace shoes, the self-lacing shoe activated by your body weight. Just step in and go. We have many new sandal styles from Hoka, Teba, Power Step, Stride, and more. Come visit Comfort Shoes and More in Newport to find the perfect shoes for you.
Beat Shazam is back with guest host Nick Cannon and DJ Kelly Osbourne.
Please come take this $1 million.
Beat Shazam, Tuesdays on Fox.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Ford, the nice car and truck people. And we are talking about thunderstorms out there again tonight. Likely non-severe, but a couple of them could contain some gusty winds, some small hail, and some brief heavy downpours. And we're just getting started. More rain in the forecast tomorrow, but more so on Sunday. Some heavy rain likely on Sunday afternoon. For today, though, we had increasing clouds all day. The rain's pretty much held off, though. A couple of showers earlier. Now we're getting a break, but we'll have this all kind of fill in tonight as there's more moisture on the way, and we have several waves of rain to get through tonight, tomorrow, more so Sunday, and probably again Monday night into Tuesday too, as we're in a very active weather pattern right now, all of it kind of swinging in our direction for the weekend and beyond. Let's walk you through it tonight. So here we're about 3 o'clock in the morning, looking at showers and a couple of thunderstorms around, locally heavy rainfall, maybe some gusty winds. It could get kind of loud too. Your dogs are not going to like that at all. It'll push out of here though tomorrow morning, and then overall, it's going to be a pretty nice day tomorrow through about midday, maybe probably late in the day, before we get some more rain showers in here tomorrow evening, increasing clouds. There those are. And then looking at that into Sunday as well. In fact, the heaviest rain will likely get in here Sunday night into Monday, and we're talking maybe an inch or two of rain again from this system as it gets in here later Sunday into Monday. Let's walk you through it all. So again, this is going to be a good rain producers across our region. If you get under one of the heavier thunder showers, you could easily see a quick inch or two of rainfall, and most of us will do that and then some. I ran this through Friday, so like a week's worth of rain now. We're talking a widespread 2 or 3 inches. A couple localized amounts in here could see 3 or 4 inches by next Friday because the pattern's full, right? So we have several systems come through. It's been a very wet spring and summer. We have more rain off to the west of us. There's more back behind that. Everything kind of working itself around a very large heat dome right over here. As they go around that very slowly, it gives us inclement weather and thus the rainfall we've had around here. Temperatures, though, today felt like summer. Not bad, right? 82 here in Bangor, 78 Bar Harbor, 83 Millinocket. We'll take it. Tomorrow, though, will be about the same, followed by somewhat cooler temperatures on Sunday. Our forecast then tonight, though, is scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms out there, locally heavy rainfall, probably some gusty winds, and some thunder and lightning, too, with muggy low temperatures, not 66. Well, it's going to be not great sleeping weather tonight, right? For tomorrow, we're talking about showers and a couple of storms out there once again. Look for high temperatures near 80 with a south wind that could gust near 25 throughout the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows a chance for rain in the forecast every single day for tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, with pretty much uniform temperatures hanging out near 80. Beth?
We have some very, very concentrated Jedi mind tricking to do for the next few days.
I guess the good news from that is the word chance for rain each day. So who knows? We could get some clear days and lots of clear time within those days. But yeah,
here's
definitely
hoping it's sparse.
Yeah, bracing for the worst, I guess.
All right, well, we've got sports coming up as well. Keep it right here.
Moosehead Medicine, Greenville's favorite dispensary. Our knowledgeable staff will guide you on your journey to find the perfect remedy specifically for you. From pain relief to relaxation, Moosehead Medicine has what you need to improve your well-being. Stop by Moosehead Medicine today and discover the power of nature's healing.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more. I know it's up for me. And bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy models when you finance with GM Financial. Visit your main Chevy dealer.
Welcome to the Mad Moose Saloon. Get ready to dance the night away to the best live music in town on the largest dance floor in the entire state. Just 20 minutes north of Bangor, the Mad Moose Saloon is the place to be for live music and entertainment. And we always have special events here at the Mad Moose Saloon. Our next big live event is Rednecks and Longnecks Memorial Barbecue and Concert on Saturday, July 15th. Mad Moose Saloon, where the music comes alive and the dance floor never stops.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Moosehead Medicine, Greenville's favorite dispensary. Our knowledgeable staff will guide you on your journey to find the perfect remedy specifically for you. From pain relief to relaxation, Moosehead Medicine has what you need to improve your well-being. Stop by Moosehead Medicine today and discover the power of nature's healing.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Dirt Road Acres, your #1 dispensary, providing outstanding customer service and award-winning knowledge at the most affordable prices.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. This week, Topsum's Caleb Manuel turned in a record-breaking performance to win his 3rd consecutive Maine Amateur title. And as our Tyler Cruz reports, that win caps off what's been an incredible year for the Mount Ararat grad.
When I started to get good and pick up the game, that was always my goal, to win, the Maine Amateur, and that's why I keep coming back.
This week, Topsum's Caleb Manuel won his 3rd consecutive Maine Am, something that hasn't been done since Mark Plummer 2 decades ago.
He texted me before the week started, and he goes, "Let's go, Caleb, like 3-peat," and I go, "I'll try." And then he texted me after every round. I told him I miss him here.
Not only did Manuel tie that record, but he shattered the 3-day tournament record with a whopping 13 shots under par, 11 strokes above the second-place finisher.
I'm trying to, play against the golf course and play with him myself, so I wasn't too worried about what he was doing or, what anyone else is doing. I've learned to, no matter how much you're winning by or losing by, you just got to keep your head down and keep plugging along.
This Maine Am title for Caleb caps off what's been a great last year of golf, dating back to a summer ago, where he qualified for the 2022 U.S. Open.
You got fans or crowds of, over thousands just following you and in the bleachers, and then you got, the #1 player in the world hitting behind you on the range. So, I didn't play the way I wanted to the first day, and I think, most of that was probably nerves and inexperience just playing in front of those crowds.
What helped him get over that crowd pressure? A practice round with none other than Victor Hovland.
And that was pretty cool. I asked him how to kind of block out. And he kind of mentioned, even when his friends come to watch, he doesn't even know they're there because he's so, locked in and not worried about what's around him. So I took that, and it's definitely helped me.
Since that experience, Manuel has transferred from UConn and Big East Golf down to the University of Georgia and the SEC, where he and the Bulldogs made a little run to end the season.
Then we stepped up, won regionals. I played well there, and then at nationals we finished solid for the year we had, and we got the same guys coming back. So I'm really looking forward to my last year there. Yeah, we got a goal to get back to work in the fall, and hopefully be back to nationals and make match play and make some noise.
From Rockport, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC7 Fox 22 Sports.
Thank you very much for that, Tyler. Let's go to some racing now. NASCAR making its annual trip to New England this weekend with their Cup Series race at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway on Sunday. Racing starts at 2:30 on Sunday for the Crayon 301, the main event of the weekend. They'll be there from Friday to Sunday with the Xfinity Racing Series taking place there Saturday afternoon. On the racetrack, Cup Series driver Ty Dillon is making his return to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. He's posted some real good times in the past and says the track is one of his favorites in the series, and he expects a real good show for the fans.
Our series has been very exciting lately, and these cars provide really good racing. Hopefully, it'll be one of the best short track races of the year. I'm excited. New Hampshire Motor Speedway is probably one of my favorite speedways we go to. I've got a lot of confidence there. I've been fast in the past and had some good results early in my career.
Dylan comes from a racing family. His grandfather is famed driver and team owner Richard Childress. His dad, former driver Mike Dillon, and his brother Austin is a current driver. Ty tried traditional sports at first, but when he first got behind the wheel, he knew it was what he wanted.
I thought I was going to be a football player. Everyone kind of outgrew me, but growing up around NASCAR, it definitely was a blessing to have the option to try racing at a young age. I was 13 when I first drove a car, and when I got in, I was hooked. It's whatever was in my family's blood just kind of clicked.
Okay, and finally, the Red Sox opened up the second half of their season Friday night after not having the best first half, trying to start out on the right foot at Wrigley against the Cubs. Top second, Sox up 1-0. Adam Duvall says bye-bye baseball, moonshot into left, solo homer makes it 2-0 Sox. Top third, Rafi Devers up. He started the scoring with a bomb in the second, and the very next inning does the same. Devers' second home run goes off the scoreboard and right. It's 4-0 Sox. Cubs not going away, though. Mike Talkman up with a man on second. This one goes to the right field wall. Tucker Barnhart comes around to score to make it 4-1. But then, next half inning, Tristan Casas. He's going to get under one into left center field. Cody Bellinger back, and it just ekes over the wall. Another home run to make it 5-1 Red Sox. This game's still in progress. Well, that guy's upset. Still in progress in the ninth inning with the Sox leading 8-3. Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty. Lease an all-wheel drive Tucson for $249 a month or get 0% APR or $1,500 bonus cash. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-803-4999 or visit Spectrum.com today.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Finding the right vehicle for you and your family can be a daunting task. At Varney Buick GMC, our expert staff is here to make the journey as painless as possible. Our goal is to get you and your family in a vehicle that will best fit into your lifestyle. Communication is key, and our team makes sure to be completely transparent throughout the process, informing you on all of your options. Come experience Varney value, only at Varney Buick GMC.
Dine on the deck with a delicious view at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub. Experience outdoor dining at its finest. Open Tuesday through Sunday with award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. Dining on the deck at Ryan's Pub is an unforgettable culinary experience you'll want to share with your family and friends. We are pet-friendly, so your furry friends are always welcome to join you at your table. Your next visit to the Lucerne Inn will feel like the first, all over again.
Could you sing in the blanks for $1 million prize?
Two things everybody loves, music and money.
Don't forget the lyrics, Tuesdays on Fox.
Orrington is marking an historic milestone this year with its annual Old Home Week, which kicked off today. The event is a celebration of the town's 235th birthday, showcasing a number of activities and town attractions, including the returning Endless Yard Sale. More than 110 yard sales line the town's roadways for what organizers are calling 70 miles of bargains. That sounds great, connecting shoppers from near and far.
It's important to bring the community together, having opportunities to raise funds for their organizations. It brings people out. We have people come from Canada. They schedule their vacations to come to our yard sale event.
Old Home Week will continue with a rubber duck race, a 5K, a cornhole tournament, and more. To view the full schedule, you can visit OrringtonOldHomeWeek.com.
And finally tonight, a Central Maine band has been recently gaining some traction from their unique sound. Our Devin Dagnall sat in on one of their rehearsals to check out the triple threat.
Random Ideas is a three-piece punk rock band that's been together since, well, before they were born. The band is comprised solely of the Johnson sisters, who are triplets.
We always knew we wanted to be in a band, like from 7, the first. Yeah, we were like, yeah. And we all like gravitated towards the instruments that we wanted to, so it worked out.
Random Ideas music can be described as political activism with an emphasis on female empowerment. The Johnsons say their work is heavily influenced by classic punk rock and groups like Green Day.
Punk rock especially kind of had that, you know, this is what we stand for, this is what we're about, and you know, here it is.
The Johnsons say even though some sibling bickering can happen, being a band of triplets has its advantages.
Honestly, it does have a physiological effect, especially in harmonies.
Along with being audibly in tune with one another, the Johnsons say they're mentally synced in a way most people just wouldn't understand. Even though they're still finding their audience, these sisters have big plans for their band.
We want to take the band as far as it will go.
Random Ideas hopes they can go on tour in the near future, but until then, they remain undeterred, waiting for their big break.
You know, if you have any ideas, don't be afraid to pursue them.
You have to follow your passion. Otherwise, this wouldn't exist in the first place.
In Waterville, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Very cool. And Random Ideas music is available to stream and download on iTunes and Spotify. Just some inspirational stuff from them. I love their message that they're putting out there for others, maybe hoping to pursue something like that of their own. But you can tell
everything about that.
Man, they are definitely bonded.
From
sure.
Just the fact that they're sisters, let alone triplets.
Yeah.
And then the fact that they're inspired by punk. It's all about female empowerment. I absolutely idolized female rock stars growing up. Joan Jett for sure.
Yeah.
And so I love everything about that.
It's so cool.
Rock on, sisters.
Yeah, and hopefully they inspire others.
Here's hoping.
Behind them, so that'd be really cool.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for us. Good night.
Good night, everyone.